Hell of a thing. A black man arrested for stalking the cops that stalked him 2 years prior. We have the update body cam video now.
You know Devin and Odie and Issam, you know them?
No, we work on different shifts. I'm an 830 unit.
I'm saying you don't know them.
Oh, I know them. Yes, I know them. But I'm an 830 unit, so I don't work on their shifts. I don't come in when they come in.
So
this is my first time ever meeting you. This is my first time ever meeting you. I've never met you before.
I'm sure you probably heard of me, though, haven't you?
Just because I've heard doesn't mean that's how I do my job.
But you heard.
Driver's license, registration, insurance.
You harassing me again, Odie?
Mr. Mobley.
Okay.
Driver's license, registration, insurance.
You know that's BS, Odie.
Step out.
Step out.
Step out.
Here's your driver's license. Here it is.
No, step out.
Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. What you doing, man?
Step out.
What are you doing?
Turn around.
What are you doing, Odie?
Hands behind your back.
What are you doing?
Hands behind your back. All right. Well, like I said, you're going to jail tonight for obstruction. I asked you 3 times to provide me with your identification.
I gave it to you.
After the fact, I came over there and...
How was I obstructing, though, Odie? How was I obstructing?
Put it up for a mass. We have a saga here. Black man arrested for stalking cops that harassed him 2 years ago. So this black male was arrested for stalking, harassing cops after obtaining body cam footage of those same cops harassing him for almost 2 years, posting it online. A police accountability YouTube channel named The Random Patriot posted a 25-minute video on April 8th, displaying Mobley's problematic encounters with local police since June 2023. After almost 2 years of what a black man named Christian Mobley says has been stalking and harassment from Arkansas police, pulling him over multiple times, arresting him on frivolous charges as he works his job as a pizza delivery man. Several cops from the same department are now claiming to be the victims, accusing Mr. Mobley of harassing and stalking them. This all began after he began requesting body cam footage from the Jonesboro Police Department in Arkansas from his multiple detainments and posting those videos online in an attempt to hold them accountable and also to give himself some peace. Mr. Mobley was arrested at his workplace the following day by a Craighead County Sheriff's deputy on a warrant accusing him of stalking the Jonesboro cops. He ended up spending 8 hours in jail. Online court records from the county show that Mr. Mobley is facing 8 counts of stalking in the 3rd degree and 8 counts of harassment in the 3rd degree, both of which are misdemeanors. The 8 victims, I use that loosely, listed in the case are all Jonesboro police officers. So we're going to name them: Luke Lane, David Stout, Andy Starnes, Bruce Wright, Mike Hart, Trevor Dopfer, Michael Bush, and Stephen McDaniel. I mean, they're just victims here, you know? Let's get into it. The harassment, it all started in 2023. June 27th is your date, when Officer Starnes pulled over Mr. Mobley because one of his brake lights was not working, then ordered him out of the car to search him, telling him it was a, quote, high drug traffic area, end quote. Court records show he pleaded guilty to the seatbelt violation, paying a $45 fine. 3 months later, June 5th, 2024, Mr. Mobley was pulled over again, this time by Jonesboro police officer, Officer Lane. He was accused of driving without insurance, which Mr. Mobley said was false. as the car was a rental car. He was not cited, but he was detained for 15 minutes. 3 months after that, October 28th, 2024, Mr. Mobley was handcuffed and detained after approaching a cop to ask him questions. He was accused of trespassing. Mr. Mobley complained that he was leaving after being told to do so, and the officer detained him instead of allowing him to leave. Video shows the officer then soliciting a manager from the property to have Mr. Mobley barred from the premises. Now, before I continue, I have more. If the officer has arrested an individual and then goes to seek an enforcement of a trespass, that means no trespass has taken place, because the owner has to give the prerequisite warning to then later enforce the trespass. What the cop did, seemingly, is arrest someone for trespass and then engage in a conspiracy with the owner to manufacture the premise for said trespass. Let's continue. The following month, November 24th, 2024, he was pulled over again in front of his job, Papa John's, and accused of making a right turn without signaling for 100 feet. However, that was also a lie. According to the YouTube police accountability site, Lackluster, which also reported on the harassment against him and compared the video to Google Maps, showing he had turned on his turn signal at least 200 feet before making the turn into his job. Now, this is when things started to take another level. He began to seek information about these arrests, dash cam videos from the police. He was pulled over again, December 20th, while delivering pizza for Papa John's. He was accused of making an illegal turn and detained for more than 10 minutes before being released with a citation. 2 days later, December 22nd, close to Christmas, he was pulled over again while delivering pizzas and arrested for obstructing. He spent 3 nights in jail. His car was then impounded, and he lost his job at Papa John's. Then on April 8th, 2025, while working a new delivery job at Marco's Pizza, he was pulled over by the county sheriff's office. So a deputy pulls him over and arrested him for harassment and stalking. Why? Because there's a warrant for his arrest, which came as a shock to him. The deputies also told him he had a, quote, no contact order forbidding him from talking to those cops. Mr. Mobley has launched a GoFundMe page. We're putting that up to raise money to fight these ridiculous charges at Indisputable. We feel that this man has been targeted. So far, he has raised more than $11,000. I'm encouraging everyone who sees this segment to do the very best you can to ensure this man is able to fight for the justice he deserves. Sharon, I got to tell you, an individual who has been arrested that many times by the same police department within that short time frame, typically you have what's called escalation of charges. But it's because an individual is doing something wrong. You typically don't have all interactions being starting over a traffic violation, basically, and then escalating. This is insane.
Yeah, it is, and you make perfect sense, but the dummies who are perpetrating gang violence down in Arkansas, Jonesboro, they're not that bright, Dr. Richey. Yeah. This is targeting, as you said, somehow make it make sense that a RICO charge should be entered against the cops. They're targeting, harassing, terrorizing members of the community, and the trauma they're inflicting on a Black man and some others is so vile and violent. I don't know what could happen next. It won't be good for the cops, and it won't be good for the community.
Yeah, I want to make sure he does get representation. And so if someone knows him, make sure you contact us at Indisputable. Sir, if you see this video and you don't have representation, make sure you contact us at Indisputable. We have some recommendations for you, okay?